Guys, today we're going to take a look at Destiny, the brand new Dark Battle Angel. She is a unit that has a skill 3 that does 5 hits, defense breaks, oblivion. What is going on? So many LD5s in this match. Defense breaks and oblivions, all 5 hits. There are going to be a couple units that this would be specifically nice against, but I don't think she's going to last more than 5 seconds. Actually, she does last more than 5 seconds. She gets cleansed. Now, is she going to do? Yes, she does. The thing is, with Destiny, she's got to be kind of squishy for her skill 2 to activate. Her skill 2 is ignore defense as long as your attack power is, well, this is why they have the attack power buff there, though. Will ignore defense as long as your attack power is twice as much as your opponent's defense. So, luckily in this current meta, we have people focusing a little bit more on HP, stacking HP than defense because we have the additional damage in artifacts. This Dark Cannon Girl is just going to do a fantastic job, though. Dark Cannon Girl is going to... Actually, Zaratu's going to do a fantastic job. He's got the multi-hits. He's got the strips now. Because Zaratu was buffed. Why do I keep forgetting that Zaratu is buffed? Next match, first pick Masha into a Gianna Barbara. They're just going to pick the Leo in there. Actually, Masha and Dominic, if you guys didn't know, Masha Dominic is a very popular first pick. Oh, they don't even bring Leo. They just ban the Barbara altogether. That team is so... All the LDs... So many LDs on that team. So many LDs. Although they did have the Riley not on will runes to counter Gianna, so they can just cleanse right here. But between all the damage they do there, absolutely brutal. Even if they didn't do, like if they didn't have any opportunity for that skill 3 to do the oblivion and the defense breaks, they could have still just done skill 2 and ignored defense. Absolutely brutal combination. Either way. Next match, pick ban phase going a little bit differently than I expected here. I expected to see the Moore and the Carnal. Usually you see Moore, Carnal, Shungpung picked together, and you see Josephine because they're fast, aggressive control things. And then you see the Josephine, Juno, Shizuka picked together because they're kind of counter mechanic units. But here you see, maybe they fought each other before. Maybe that... It's not Vertiheal. I'm like, oh no, he's going to revenge increase the attack bar of everything. That's not Vertiheal. That's Cadiz. They do two totally... I'm traumatized. Can you tell that I'm traumatized by Vertiheal revenging? I'm absolutely traumatized by that. So, gets the Justice Strike, gets the stun on that. Starts to go for CR. Guard Crush. Okay. Does not ignore defense. She needs to have attack power twice as much or higher of the opponent's defense that she's hitting to ignore defense with that skill. So apparently she just did not have that. She didn't have the attack power buff, but you know, when you have the attack power buff, it's much easier to get that attack power condition met. So we saw this with the Light Battle Angel as well, but it seems like these LD Battle Angels are being bundled somehow with the Nephthys. They're always being picked with the Nephthys. It's just a coincidence, is what it really is. Also, that the people that are spending money for these LD Battle Angels have already been spending money on LD packs to get other ridiculous OP LD units. So that's the real correlation between the two. Skill 3 onto Juno. Either way you slice it, they were going to have some nice combinations there. So now there's a comeback mechanic between Shizuka and the Savannah. Do they? Okay, so they get the bomb onto the Dominic. Dominic usually between the shield, and he's got usually higher base HP than the Destiny. Destiny needs that high attack power for her second skill. This is just going to land at 39k. So maybe she is a little bit more of a hybrid because she had the attack power on there as well. So we're going to see a double Beast Rider speed cleave from the left-hand side. Bans Tableau, bans the Bastet. The thing is, he could have actually... I know he was just going to go for the LD5s regardless. Gets the revenge from Volantis. Increase attack bar. That's game right there. That increased attack bar, that revenge from Volantis, that was the game changer. Everything else is just gravy now. Now the rest of the game is already decided. But he could have gone for if he didn't want to do his triple LD5 combination, he could have just gone for a Leo. Leo would have been very strong into that entire comp. Leo is great against the Fire Art Master. Leo is great against both Jameer. Jameer does damage based on speed, and then also counters Tableau as well. And then the Beast Riders, Leo just counters the Beast Riders because they do damage based on speed also. This is a crazy match. We're going to see a non-triple LD5 team in here. This one picks Leo. Of course, this is the one that picks Leo. Bans out the attack power buffer. So they're going to have to control. They still have quite a lot of damage coming from that Destiny. Do they get the Oblivion? Do they get... I'm sure they get 5 hits. Of course they're going to get the Oblivion, right? So, probably going to go for the Diana first. Or are they going to go for the Diana first? They do have... Yeah, they do go for the Diana first. All right. And at this point, they don't really have to worry about the Diana as much if it's got the Oblivion on it, though. This is going to be an Oliver match. I'm realizing now that we're just going to see Oliver do Oliver things in this entire match. All right. Decrease attack bar on the Kaki. I mean, sorry, the Kinky. Lols. And they get the additional turn. Additional turn, the Great Equalizer. So, is this Oliver going to be able to stack his attack power? And oh, he gets the stun there. That was a huge stun. That was a huge stun against that Kinky. Yeah, they should be fine now. Unless Riley... Well, yeah, no. That's game. That's game. That stun was huge against that Kinky. But, as predicted, this was an Oliver match. This has nothing to do with Destiny. This was just Oliver showcase. First pick Riley. Generally, that's not a great start. Usually when you see a first pick Riley, you can just wait until the end and pick a Bulwark at the very end. Unless they pick a Bulwark with the Riley. But you do have that option. They still have the 1-2 wombo combo here of the pure damage with the Dominic and then the ignore defense or the Oblivion and defense break with the Destiny there. So they went for the snipe over there. And then they did not actually kill the Josephine. So Josephine could do some nasty stuff to Destiny. She gets that shield off. Now, Wusa can just go for his skill 2. Does some damage. I think this is just going to be a Dominic spotlight right now. I think that's what we're going to see is Dominic is eventually just going to go. Destiny's going to die. And then Dominic, several rounds later, with the attack power buff, is going to do enough pure... And Violent Prox is going to do enough pure damage to actually take these things out. Almost took the Wusa out right there. But I don't think Destiny's really going to do anything else for the rest of the match. I'm calling it now. The sleep, the 2-turn sleep. 2-turn sleep. Okay. He can only Violent Proc so much. Maybe Destiny does do some crazy stuff here. Maybe She gets stunned. Okay. And then she dies. See, this is what I was expecting. But she did have a chance to actually make that comeback. So, if Dominic Violent Procs... Well, actually, he's going to have the attack power buff off him after this. So, he gets an additional turn. It's really not going to be enough. Defense breaks there. Okay. Riley can only cleanse so much, though. That's the Riley situation. If you just load her up with a lot of debuffs, she can't cleanse everything. So, that was decent enough damage with the Neptus. Oasis Blessing. Yeah, as soon as Dominic gets a turn, he's just going to snipe things out. You got the shield, but it's... Well, unless Riley gets some additional turns. They don't have a whole ton of damage, though. Oh, yeah. Now Dominic is just wrecking face. Well, we're in the Dominic Masha meta. Anyway, guys, that's it for this one. Destiny, fantastic unit. I wouldn't mind getting a Destiny myself. I'll never get one, though, so it doesn't really matter. But hope you guys enjoyed seeing some Destiny gameplay. I will see you, as always, in the next one.